Hello, welcome back to part 2 of STO, Star Trek Online, going from Lieutenant 3 to Lieutenant 5, getting right back into it here, right where we left off. So again, we've upgraded our stuff, which is really nice. Now that we've leveled up, we'll go ahead and skill up. Again, remember, no matter what class you are, whether it's Tactical Engineer or, of course, Science, take your time to look through your skills, including your officer skills, and use them wisely. The respec is supposed to be in the game. I don't know how to do it yet. I don't know where it's done, and I don't know how much it costs, if anything. So I can't tell you exactly how to do that if you mess up, but I know it's in there. It's in there that last couple patch. So if you do screw up, you can change it, and of course you can level yourself up. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, your rank will not go up if you do not spend your skill points. You have a choice here of when you commission somebody, you can actually have them train one of your officers. So if you wanted them to train a specific ability, you could have them do that. In this case, I went ahead and decided not to, and I went ahead and just brought him in, because you can have up to 4 officers at least at start, or at least when you become a lieutenant. So I went ahead and brought him in there, brought him in as tactical, and put him on just my away teams for now. So we're done with our exploration missions. Again, I want to keep going with these starting missions, so it's time to go to our next actual mission, if you will. So we're going to head back to the Sol system. We also got some stuff that we want to do, so not too bad. It's pretty convenient because we're not that far, and we'll get in there and get some stuff done. So we have a really nice addition to our weapons. We have some credits now to actually use, and of course we have some extra stuff that we're not really using right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead back to Space Dock here in the Sol system, and that's pretty much where I'm headed now. In the future of RB blogs, I might skip this little part here as we go to Space Dock and just show me once I hit to get to Sol, just going straight to Space Dock. But for now, I'm showing this. So I'm going ahead and go to Space Dock. We'll go ahead and talk to the Admiral and everything. We could have done it over the comms, of course, but since we're here, we might as well go ahead and talk to him since he's like right there. Tips can be turned off in options, so if they're really getting annoying and you're tired of them, you can turn them off. For now, I'm leaving them on. I'll probably turn them off next time you really later on. Right now, it's still considered beginning of the game, so having them on doesn't hurt. We're also picking up the Defend Serious block, which we're going to show you basically defend combat. These are open instances of just playing combat as a repeatable quest, basically. We're going to show that soon. Next, first I want to show you the actual store, the general store. This is a general store for some equipment for your ship, specifically ship components that you might find useful. It's not cheap for a lot of stuff, but you're going to get plenty as you continue to go up and up and up. You're going to get plenty of stuff to sell back, either right to a vendor, or of course you can do it on the exchange, which I'll show you shortly. Real quick, I want to show you what you do with those exploration badges. Some of the stuff you can do just with the starting ones. Here's an example of some stuff that you can grab for the starting badges. Each badge has different stuff. Explorations here. Ship badges are upstairs in the ship area. Next, we're actually going to go ahead and grab our mission guy, our ambassador, for the next mission that we're going to do. He's going to go ahead and beam to your ship. Now we're going to go ahead and hop to the exchange and the bank. First, the bank. Bank's right here. You also have access to Fleet Bank if you're in a fleet. You can simply put stuff in your bank. It's real easy, real simple, and I believe every single station and base that you can go onto has access to the bank. The exchange is right here. You can use any terminal, and basically this is like your like think WoW and think the auction house. This is basically what it is. This exchange where you can buy and sell different stuff by ranks, by quality, do a search. Very, very nice. I'm looking for another weapon to complement our other one and see what I can get. And there's actually some nice stuff to get fairly cheap. You can also sell stuff here, so if you find some stuff, instead of vendoring it, you might want to bring it down to the exchange and try to sell it. A lot of the starter stuff is probably going to be very common, as usual, and prices for it will probably be cheap. So the cheaper you make your common item of low more likely somebody's going to buy it, like I am. Because I just got my first real amount of credits, and now I want to really decide what to do. You can see I'm kind of deciding, but I don't spend anymore. I decide to save it so I can actually use it somewhere else. So we grabbed a disruptor cannon, basically, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that. I'm going to move things around. I'm going to stick the disruptor cannon in front, and I'm going to put the disruptor array in the back, and then I'll go ahead and sell our phaser array. Don't be afraid to upgrade your weapons if you got the money. I mean, if you really have the money, you could have easily upgraded your weapons, but since you're getting stuff anyway, make use of it. You have different people you can talk to. Commodity seller, I went ahead and just sold my stuff here. This woman here pretty much sells ground equipment that you can use, weapons, shields, armor, things of that nature. There's also a kit vendor right next to her to the right that sells kits for you. In this case, I decided to go ahead and buy a personal shield upgrade for ground. Basically give me a little extra shield protection. Now, you don't have to do this. As you continue to do quests here, you're going to be getting some stuff, as you'll see, that will help get the basics and upgrades and things of that nature. But it doesn't hurt to go ahead and start thinking ahead and start upgrading a bit. If nothing else, some of this stuff can always be handed down to your officers as well. And the same with the ship stuff. As long as it's not, you know, even if it's bound to you, it can be moved. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. Took my time. I'm just double checking, and I'm such an idiot because it's like right there. So yes, I go ahead and buy the shield, and I go ahead and put it on, which gives me a little boost in shield, and then I sell the old one. All your old stuff isn't going to sell for very much. So I'm going ahead and done. I go ahead and transport out, and we make our way out of the system. You're going to see a lot of big ships here. Here's a really cool shot of a Prometheus-like ship. Common stuff. A lot of people are already at Admiral 5, which right now is technically the highest level or the highest rank you can get to, which opens up a lot of extra content they just actually included in the last patch. So, you know, there's no shortage of help either out there. You know, when in doubt of trying to find something or where something's at, ask in zone chat. People are actually very helpful. And unfortunately, you are going to see a lot of gold spammers. Unfortunately, they've made their way to STO. It's fresh ground. Thankfully, STO has a built-in report spam function, which will auto-ignore them, much like WoW. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Jetine system, or whatever the heck it's called, to a Pachim or PGM, whatever system, to do this ambassador quest or mission, basically. This is actually a pretty interesting mission. It's going to explain some more story as well, and kind of what happens. So you're supposed to take the ambassador to Pajim, which is a Vulcan system, and excuse me, upon your arrival, you are there are Klingons here, and they're trying to tell you that the ambassador is not who he appears to be. He is for the Udine, whatever you want to call them, also better known as Species 8472 for you Star Trek fans, and all that. This can be done with a team. It can be done by yourself. Not too difficult. Basically, you got a few birds of prey around here. As you approach these birds of prey, other birds of prey are actually going to uncloak and attack you. Not too difficult. Birds of prey are not too hard to kill at this level. They're not that powerful. They're very basic. Just keep your shields pretty well. You are much more powerful than they are. but they are much faster and much more organized. If it was done by a player, they could probably really do some damage, but since it's not, you should not have an issue here whatsoever. As you can see, we're making use of our new weapons. As you can see, our forward firing is a disruptor, so we're actually firing little bits. The good part of it is, though it doesn't do too much damage with shields up, it's a very quickly fired weapon. And what's great about them getting behind us, since we have a disruptor array, if they get behind us, we have a very large arc to shoot them with that. That's all the time we have for part 2. The next part, we're heading to the ground part of the mission. So stay tuned. More to come. Definitely more to come. Star Trek Online. Stay tuned.